everybody, to the glorious episode of The Signal Caller. I'm your host, Dwayne Douglas, along with Sol Lopez. He's all decked out in silver and black, so you know what we're doing today. We're doing my version of the Raiders mock draft. Gonna
Yes.
put this out as soon as possible because I know the draft. We are finally made draft week. We survived. We actually made the draft week, so I think everybody's cautiously excited about
Best week of the year.
best week it is the best week of the year. So it should be good times. Some little I mean like Jurgens from the Eagles. The Eagles seem to always do it right. They
Extension.
they gave an extension. There's rumors about Kirk Cousins maybe going back to Minnesota. What does that
Mm.
say about JJ McCarthy if that actually takes place? So we'll see what happens there. And then there's all kind of rumors about Jameson Williams. It doesn't look like what I heard is they don't want to pick up the 5th-year option so far. He's not
Mm.
to them. He is not going to be a guy who they're going to pick up a 30-year option. So why not get something for him right now?
Yeah.
I mean that if you are a team and I don't know what they would give up the Raiders to get
Denver.
them.
Denver.
Denver, Denver's a possibility, but
Chargers.
basically anybody in the AFC West could
Yeah,
use
really.
could use Jameson Williams. We really
They
think
need the
about
wide
it.
receiver. They all do. That's funny.
Yeah, no question about it. One thing I want to say real quick before we start before I start my mock draft, is I hear a lot of people on podcasts, I hear a lot of people on shows, and they say this thing about, but this is what Spytech did in Tampa Bay. But they reference that and say it over and over again. This is what Spytech did in Tampa Bay. We gotta be take a deep breath, realize what you just said, and correct it because you have no idea what John
Yeah.
Spytech did in Tampa Bay. Let's just call it
I
like
would
it
say John
is.
Spytek pulled no triggers on any draft pick on that. That was
Yes,
the general
yes.
manager of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yes. I mean, and this is not me being, you know, Mr. Negative Dwayne, like all that stuff like that, whatever. But you know, Jason Light was the guy who was pulling the trigger, and I'm not saying that he didn't have really strong input. I'm not saying that he wasn't helpful. He didn't do a great job as assistant GM.
Yeah.
But you never know what that guy's gonna do when he is in the CDs in
The
now.
chair.
Yeah, so let's just be if you're a Raider fan, hope for the best. Whatever you're hoping for, whatever. I hope. I mean, we'll see what happens, but like,
All Raider fans base their entire I would say like fanhood in the offseason off of hope and optimism. And I get that. You
I
want
get
to
it,
believe in a new guy, you want to believe in a new regime, a new
100%.
coach, a new this, a new that. But the reality is none of these guys deserve the benefit of the doubt. And we've just gone through Telesco, we've just gone through the Pierce regime, we've gone through Dave Ziegler and Josh McDaniels, we went through Gruden for 5 years. Like we've gone through all these guys. And if anything else,
Yeah,
they've all taught us that we cannot give these guys the benefit of the doubt. They have to prove it where it
yeah,
counts the most.
yeah. We got to show
So
improved.
far, I'm not impressed.
Yeah,
And something tells me I'm going to be even less impressed when Shadur Sanders is at 6 and they decide not to take him.
yeah. We'll
That's just
see.
me, though.
But right now, I'm the GM of the Raiders, so we'll take
That's
it from
right,
we'll take it from there. So you can go ahead and start that simulator,
Mr. Douglas.
and I will let it go. I'll let it go. I'll let it go. Let me see
All
what's
right.
going on.
So I started the draft.
Yep.
The Raiders are on the clock. They went Cam Ward, number 1,
Yep.
which is all expected. Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, Will Campbell, and surprise shock, Jacksonville takes Tyler Warren, tight end from Penn State, in the 5th round, or with the 5th overall pick, leaving
Yes.
Mason Graham, Ashton Jeanty, Shadur Sanders, Armand Membu, Ted McMillan, Will Johnson, among others.
So, there are some talented players there.
Yes.
I am not going to pass
Oh,
on.
I'm sorry, trades.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
give me a trade out.
trades.
Give me a trade out.
So, first trade is San Francisco straight up wants to give you the 11 and their 2nd round pick, their pick number 43, straight up to move up to 6. Then we have Miami that wants to give you pick 13, pick 48, their 2nd, and next year's 2nd, which isn't a bad haul. Then you have Pittsburgh that's willing to give you 21.
I bet they are.
We move back to 21.
Yeah.
We also get a first and second round pick, which something tells me they take Shadur in that regard.
Yeah.
So those are the three offers. You can move
Yeah.
back to 11, pick up a second, move back to 13, pick up 2 seconds, one in the 48th pick, one in 2026, and then Pittsburgh, you move all the way back to 21, 15 spots, and you pick up their first and second in next year's draft.
So I think the one where I would get two get a second round pick is tempting, but I don't trust the Jets or the Saints in this situation. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take Shador Sanders at number 6.
Yeah. So we're aligned in that. If Shadur's there, we take him 100%.
I got you have to take I gotta take
Yep.
him. I gotta take him. I
Yep.
gotta take him. I gotta take him. So
Let's see where he falls. So he is dropping, 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 dropping. Wow.
right now I have
So the Steelers took a linebacker. They took Jihad Campbell, so that's
okay.
they waited on 21 and went there anyway. There were no other trades except for Seahawks moved up and picked Gray Zabel.
Cool.
Jackson
Right.
Dart went to the Giants in the second round.
And that's the thing where like I'm finding that in these simulators that whoever drops, it's going to be either be Milrow or Dart or whoever.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be able to get that quarterback in that second round at number 37. So we'll see. So
Okay, so
all right.
listen to this.
Okay.
First of all, I'll give you the top 10 because there are some players here.
Yeah.
I'll give you the top, I'll give you the rundown.
Okay.
So right now you have Emeka Buka on the board right now. You have Amari Hampton. You have Trey Amos. You have Luther Burden III. You have Trevion Henderson, Donovan Jackson, Trey Harris is there, Mason Taylor, Landon Jackson, Carson Schweisinger, Jalen Noel, and Caleb Johnson, and Xavier Watts, all on the board right now. And you have trade offers. You have two of them. Tampa Bay calls and wants to give you their 53rd pick, so we're moving back 16 spots. They'll give you next year's second to do it.
No.
The Rams, here's a big one. The Rams are offering you pick 90, which is the third rounder, I believe.
Yeah.
Pick 101, which is another third rounder.
Yeah.
Pick 127, which is a fourth. Next year's second and next year's third. And they want to pay, and they want your pick number 37 as well as your pick number 143.
So my next pick, if I do the Rams deal, my next pick is until 68.
Until the third round. And you have 3 third rounders in that one, and then you pick up a second and a third next year, and you pick up an extra early fourth.
All right. So in real life, I might do that.
That's a haul. That is a haul.
I would do that in real life.
But look at the board. The board is stacked. That's why.
I'm not drafting for next year.
Yeah.
So I kind of got to stay with what I have right now.
Yeah.
Even that's a really good offer.
Yeah.
So I'm going to trust because he's there. This is the only reason why I'm making this deal. I mean, I'm drafting this player because I know I really want to draft a running back here. I really want to draft a corner. They don't have a corner, but if I can get the Ohio State wide receiver, and he's there at 37, I hold him in such high regard. I think he's the second best, or tied with Tet as far as wide receivers go.
Yeah.
In his draft, so I gotta take him.
It's an absolute steal.
He's a
first round talent.
I gotta take him.
The fact that him and Luther Burden are both on the board is just a boon if that happens. So Emeka is the pick. So now Shadur Sanders and Emeka are being added to that offense.
Exactly.
Really, really nice start to the draft.
With Brock Bowers, with Jacoby Myers.
Yeah.
So it's now rounding into form. But I did anticipate picking a running back here. Like I was all for a running back here because I thought for sure I was gonna get a running back. But no, you gotta. I mean, there's limited wide receivers. I gotta take the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great pick. Caleb Johnson just got picked in the top of the third round as the Raiders were on the board. So Let me go through the top players first, and then we'll go through the offers. So your board looks like this. Tate Ratledge is the number one on the draft board currently. Oluwafemi Oladejo, the edge from UCLA. Alfred Collins, defensive tackle. Harold Fannin Jr. is on the board, if that interests you at all. Andrew Makuba from Texas, safety. Jared Wilson, a center from Georgia who can play center and guard. Jack Betch is on there, wide receiver from TCU. Kelvin Winston Jr. from Penn State. His stock has gone up significantly over the last few months. Barrett Carter, Jared Birch, Emory Jones, Chris Paul Jr., Terrence Ferguson, Tyler Schaub, Omar Norman Lott. So you want to take a look at a position?
What is the best running back available?
Running back. Let's go there. Right now, you have DJ Giddens, Cameron Scatterbo, Bashul Tootin, Ollie Gordon Jr., Dylan Sampson, RJ Harvey, and Devin Neal. Oh, and Brashard Smith. I know you like him.
What number are they on the board? I'm on pick what, 68?
68, DJ Giddens, Scatterbo, and Bashul Tootin are 91, 92, 110. Ollie Gordon's 126. Dylan Sampson's 133. RJ Harvey's 144.
I'm gonna end up with.
Top one.
I'm gonna end up with kind of. Well, what corners I got?
Right now, Dorian
Yeah.
Strong, 96. 87 is Jacob Parrish from Kansas State. Denzel Burke is still there, Ohio State. Zy Alexander, LSU. Noah Williams, Jordan Hancock, and Kobe Bryant from Kansas. Those are 87 to 120 on the draft board. And you have trade offers.
Who's the? Well, give me a trade offer.
All right. First one is Jacksonville. They want to move up 2 spots. They'll give you the 126 to move up 2 spots, and then you give them 180. So you're basically moving up from 180 to 126 by moving back 2 spots. Then you have New Orleans, who wants to move up 3 spots flat out and give you a 2026 4th round pick.
Who's the highest available player on the draft on the board right now?
The highest available player is Tate Ratledge, the guard from Georgia.
Georgia. I got Meredith. I got
followed by Oluwafemi Oladejo, which is the edge from UCLA. Alfred Collins.
Prince is gone.
Princely's gone. Yep.
Prince is gone.
And JT Tuamalaau was just traded up in front of us by the Patriots, which would have been a pretty fantastic pick in the 3rd round, in my opinion.
All right. I just have to. I gotta change. There's 2 rooms I gotta change. I gotta change the defensive backfield.
Yeah.
I gotta change the offensive backfield. So
yeah.
I gotta go. Who's the highest rated running back? Is Givens?
DJ Giddens and Cam Scatterbo are 91 and 92.
I'm gonna go.
Bashul Tootin is 110. That's the 3rd on the board. Ollie Gordon, Damian Martinez are both there next. And then you have Dylan Sampson, RJ Harvey, and Devin Neal.
What number is Neal?
Neal is 153.
You a tackle available?
Emory Jones and Ozzie Trapilo, Boston College and LSU. Emory Jones is not bad. Ozzie and Emory are 76 and 79 on the big board.
All right, give me Emory. Give me a tackle.
Emory Jones?
Give me a tackle.
All right. Passing on trades here. Tate Ratledge went 71 to the Saints 4 picks later.
I'm sure he did.
Jack Betch went to the Patriots. Harold Fannin Jr. went to the Colts.
That's just hilarious.
Chris Paul Jr. went to Denver. Dorian Strong went to the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Scatterbo went to the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
Norman Lott went to the Saints. Tyler Schaub goes to the Browns. They got their mid-round quarterback. Denzel Burke went to LA 5 picks ahead of us. Quinn Ewers just went to the Giants, so they drafted another quarterback. It looks like Jackson Dart and Quinn Ewers both in New York with Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson.
So we
That's
got four
interesting.
quarterbacks.
They got four quarterbacks now.
That's hilarious.
Um,
Let me
First
know.
with the trade offers, you got one trade offer. Arizona wants to move up 7 spots. We go back to 115. You pick up an extra fifth rounder and pick 152, and you give up a 215.
Okay. And what's the other one? I like
That's
that
the only
one.
trade offer.
Okay. Who are the corners available right now?
Let's go take a look.
And who are the running backs available?
Zy Alexander is top on the board, 104. Kobe Bryant, 120, Kansas. Quincy Riley from Louisville. Corey Black, Tommy Hill from Nebraska. Justin Wally from Minnesota, and Caleb Ransaller from Tulane. And also Zach Frazier. I know you mentioned it, or Zaw Frazier. I know you mentioned him before.
Yeah. Let me get Kobe.
Kobe from Kansas.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. I'm risking a lot I'm risking a lot right now.
Yeah, it was the choice between Amika and Amari and Hampton. Now the running back spot is a little tougher to draw from
It's
to play.
different. But
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea who I want. I have an idea who I want. Hopefully they're there.
Dylan Sampson or
Hopefully,
Neil.
yeah. Hopefully I'm there.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm there. Hopefully I'm there.
Pascal Tootin just went. Damian Martinez just went as well.
Okay.
Justin Wally. Johnny. All right, let's go. We are pick 143. No trade offers.
No trade offers. And where we
Ollie
at?
Gordon, Dylan Sampson, RJ Harvey, Devin Neal. It's just some ballers there, man.
Okay.
In
So
round
okay,
five.
okay, fine. So round five. So let me get Devin Neal.
Yes, sir. Kansas. We got two Kansas boys. Ollie Gordon went the pick after. Aronde Gaston went to the Chargers. They traded up to get him in the fifth. Dylan Sampson goes to the Colts. Notable names. Tonka Hemingway, Mitchell Evans. Craig Woodson goes to the Panthers at 163. Upton Stout goes to the Eagles at 164. Go figure. Good pick for them.
I mean,
Dylan Gabriel goes to the Cowboys in round five. Nick Nash goes to Buffalo. Now there's a pairing right there,
that's
huh? Nick
hilarious.
Nash to Buffalo in 177 in the sixth round.
That's
Man, gotta love
hilarious.
that. All right, we are at 180. The
180.
highest available player is RJ Harvey, followed by Kyle Monangai, running back from Rutgers, Elijah Roberts from SMU, defensive tackle, Cody Simon, still there, Ohio State linebacker we like, Jalen Lane, wide receiver from Virginia Tech, Kyle McCord is there, Syracuse, Simeon Barrow, defensive tackle Miami, Brashard Smith, running back from SMU, I know you like him, Aeneas Peebles, defensive tackle from Virginia Tech, would probably go a lot higher than this in the real draft come probably Friday, day 2
What,
or day 3.
what number am I on?
We're on 180.
180.
Mm-hmm. Highest available player on our board right now is 144, RJ Harvey. Cody Simon is 163, and he's the fourth player on the board right now.
What number is Jalen Smith and
Jalen
Upton Stout.
Upton Stout's gone,
Okay.
drafted by the Eagles. Jalen Smith, what position?
He's a corner.
Looks like he's gone.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm all the way down in the 400s. He's gone.
Okay. All right. And then you said Peebles is still there?
Peebles is still there. Defensive tackle. Aeneas Peebles is there. Virginia Tech.
All right. How many picks I got left?
You got your 2 seventh rounders.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay.
And this one, obviously.
This one, yeah. So let me go interior here. Let me go grab him.
People?
Peebles, yeah.
All right. Virginia Tech.
I got two
Defensive
sevens.
tackle.
I got 2 7s.
Yeah, I think there's 2 sevens left.
All right.
3 sevens. Sorry. 213, 215, and 222.
All right. Who's on the top of the seventh round?
About ready to get there.
Okay.
Going through compensatory picks, it looks like for round 6. Kyle McCord is still on the board.
That's crazy. Is Corey Simon still on the board? He probably left.
Jeffrey Bice, Cody Simon's gone.
Uh-huh.
Jeffrey Bossa just went, and Raheem Sanders just went. Two picks in front of us. The Ravens and the Cowboys both picked both of those players. Those are good picks for them that late.
Okay,
So this is the
so
first of our. Oh, I'm sorry, we're still in the sixth round. So we're still going through our compensatory picks. So these are two six rounders and then 1-7, 222. Interesting. My
all
bad.
right. All right, so where am I right now? What number am I at?
So right now we're at 213, the end of the sixth round, and we have another pick at 215 is also a six round pick.
Okay, so let me roll with is Kobe King available?
Kobe King. Position?
Linebacker.
He is. Penn State, right there.
Yeah, so grab Kobe King.
Okay.
And
Bears take
then
Jarquez Hunter in front of us. Now we're at picking again at 215.
all right. And let me grab
You want the you want the board?
no, I got I think I got the board. All right. Is blue available?
Let's go look.
The running back?
Doesn't look like it. You got
So Jadon Blue's not if Jadon Blue's not there, I'll just take
no.
I'll take Jaquarius Marks.
Oh, okay. USC baby.
Yeah, so I'll take Jaquarius
Right
Marks.
on.
And then I
Over
got
Etienne.
yes, that's fine.
Okay. All right. We are on the pick. Seventh round. Well, final pick for the Raiders draft, 222.
What defensive tackles they got left?
Right. Vernon Broughton from Texas, Ty Hamilton from Ohio State, Tyrion Ingram Dawkins from Georgia, Zeke Biggers, which is a great name, Georgia Tech defensive tackle, Patrick Jenkins from Tulane, Elijah Simmons from Tennessee, Tim Smith, Alabama, and Howard Cross. I know we both like him from Notre Dame.
So let me roll defensive end, tackle.
And Kyle McCord is still on the draft board,
I'm not doing I'm not doing that. He's gross.
which is really strange, by the way.
That is kind of strange.
I don't think he'll be I don't think he'll fall to the seventh round.
Let me roll with BJ Adams still available?
What position?
He's a corner. Who's the highest corner left?
Mello Dotson from Kansas and BJ Adams is 213 right now, or 231 right behind him.
I'll take BJ. I'll take BJ
All right.
Adams.
There it is. All
There
right.
it is.
We're going to finish this out. And we're going to go do the recap. Let's see where Kyle McCord actually goes, if he actually gets drafted. Insane. He's still on the board. We're at 243.
Really?
Just got taken. Kyle McCord goes to Detroit at 244 in the seventh round.
That's a good spot for
Wow.
him. That's a good spot for him.
Yes.
That's a
We don't
good
know
spot
what
for
they
him.
have in Hendon Hooker. Jared Goff
Yeah.
is 32. You never know, man. All right. Recap. No trades.
No trades.
Sixth pick overall, Shadur Sanders. We were both in agreement there.
Yeah.
37th, you had Amika Ekbuka over Amarian Hampton. Amarian Hampton was there. He was my pick in the second round. Amika is just as good, if not better, at that position. I think he's a higher draft pick. Emory Jones goes to us in the third, offensive tackle from LSU. You took Kobe Bryant at 108, the cornerback from Kansas. Devin Neal, we go back-to-back Kansas boys. Devin Neal, the running back from Kansas at 143. Aeneas Peeble in Virginia Tech. That's our fifth-round draft pick. Our two sixth-round picks are Kobe King, linebacker from Penn State, and Jaquavius Marks from USC, another running back. And with the Mr. Irrelevant to the Raiders, pick 222, BJ Adams, cornerback from UCF.
All right. So I mean, I think what happened here was just like to me, I did get caught with the with Mbuka being
Yeah,
available, and knowing the Raiders wide receiving core just needed another receiver. He's not, I'm not sure whether he's gonna play inside, outside, or whatever, but he's just a really good receiver. You just kind of have to jump on it. And then if it cost me Hampton, I feel like
yeah,
at least I got a couple of young running backs to change the room. The room needs to get changed desperately. I like the fact that both Jacorius Marks and Devin Neal they show they can carry the load for their
yeah.
teams. So when I do have a veteran there as far as a veteran on the team in
Raheem Mostert.
Raheem Mostert, so I can mess with Raheem Mostert, but you get caught in the. I mean, like this happens in like you sit there and do it in real life for yourself. You know what I mean? And stuff happens, and I'm not like, and I know I passed on Scatterboo as well. I just want to see it work. If it works with somebody else, all right. I just didn't want. I
It's
just,
the Travis Hunter conversation. You
yeah,
want someone else to take the risk. You want a floor. You want a high floor. Not a guy that you have question marks going into it with. And that's totally
yeah,
understandable, especially in a
yeah.
deep draft like this.
I just don't know about how his game is going to translate to the NFL. I mean, I think
Yeah,
that's really it. Not that he was a bad player. I mean, I was rooting for him like hell to beat Texas. He almost pulled it off by himself. He's a really good. He's probably an underrated athlete. He can probably
yeah,
run fast. He's good in pass pro. Can catch the ball. Got nice hands. But
hmm,
I just had to go with my gut, and I feel like if I can both Neal and Marks are great pass catchers, so it was hard for me to pass up on that part of it. But it's what it is. So if you can screenshot that and send it, and I can
yeah.
it's then we
I will.
make a chance so I can put it to the show. But that's pretty much it. That's my mock draft. Like you have to. I like the simulators because and the modeling because it forces you to make those decisions. Like you can't just go
Yeah,
pick and say, hey, it's easy to go say, oh, I want this guy, that guy, and that guy. But no, you let the machine do. The machine will spit out random things for you. The Giants got four quarterbacks. I don't know what the Giants can do with four quarterbacks, but hey, listen,
yeah. They got Jackson Dart,
hey,
Quinn
listen.
Ewers, Jameis Winston, and Russell Wilson, bro.
But
And lingering around in the pasta stand is Tommy DeVito.
yes, what I'm saying, pasta stand. You gotta love it. All right, Radiation. So good. Always fun to do that stuff. We will be, like I said, we will be live on that. I'm not sure. I mean, probably we should be. We'll decide whether or not we're gonna go as soon as it goes on, or
Yeah,
or we'll probably head on maybe right after Cam Ward goes off the board because that's when the draft kind of starts. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But we'll be live on YouTube, so definitely check us out. It'll be fun to go. But you're muted.
yeah. No, yeah. Once we go live on that, it's gonna be crazy. Neither one of us have done that on that long of a live show, but I
Yeah,
think it's gonna be awesome in the first round.
yeah, should be fun. Should be fun. All right, Ray Nation. Take care, brother. Solo. Thanks. See you next time.
Yes, sir.